Hi, Paul Mansell here. Today I'm going to review the Aria Sinsonido AS100C, which is this really strange looking guitar here. You can't actually get these new anymore, but it's such an amazing guitar that I wanted to review it. I got mine off of eBay for £175. New they were about, I think they were about 500 US dollars. So I mean, basically what you've got here is a travel guitar, but I use it as a silent guitar. It's a classical guitar, so it's got a standard 52mm nut, which I really like. It's, you know, a lot of these practice guitars have a thinner nut here. It's got a scale length of 650mm and it's got a standard 19 frets. When you get it, these bits here, the body sort of comes out, so it folds. So, well, it doesn't fold up, but it breaks down. So if you're going on holiday, you can actually get it down to about 90 centimetres by about 28 centimetres. So it's pretty thin and it comes with a case. So it really is a competitor to the Yamaha SLG 200M, which is a lot more expensive. I mean, I've seen them going, even second hand, they're going for about £500 on eBay, and this is 2021. And I think this is a really fantastic alternative to it. One of my students has got the Yamaha, and don't get me wrong, that's a brilliant guitar, I love it, but I think as a cheap alternative, this is perfect. I don't use it as a travel guitar, I use it as a silent guitar. For practicing late at night or for teaching over Zoom, where you can plug it in as well, it's absolutely perfect. So what I've done, I've recorded myself playing it plugged in, just going through a really cheap practice amp, and I'll play that in a minute. But first off, I'll play what it sounds like not plugged in. It's not silent. I would say it is as quiet or a little bit quieter than if you play an electric guitar not plugged in. There's no body, so there's no sound where it can reverberate or anything, and there's no sound hole. We'll see how well the mic picks this up. So it's plenty quiet enough for if you're practicing late at night, no one's going to hear you. You can put headphones in as well. It sounds a bit tinny to me through the headphones, or you can plug it in through an amp. When you plug it into an amp, I think it sounds great, really great. It's got a lovely low action, and even if it doesn't have a low action, it's very easy to adjust here. Okay, it's got volume and tone controls there. Very easy guitar to play. Slightly odd to hold because obviously if you're used to holding a classical guitar has obviously got a bigger width, so it sticks out here. This arm here is leant back, so it's sort of meant to represent it, and it does help. I would say this one to me is too loose. I don't know if that's just because I got it second hand and it's worn a little bit, but you know, after a couple of hours playing, that quite often falls out. Um, I would imagine that's not the case on new ones. But it feels like a real classical guitar, and I really like that. The strings were a little bit odd for me because when you string it at this end, you have to use those strings that have got the little nut on the end. And obviously, you tune it here, which takes a little bit of getting used to. Having no headstock as such is slightly weird. If you're used to, you might occasionally feel it, but you soon get used to that. The weight distribution is different, obviously, but I would say, I mean, I spend an awful lot of time playing and teaching classical guitar, and this is, I think, about as good as you'll get, and you know, really ideal for playing if you're used to a classical guitar. The other thing that is slightly annoying, I would say, is that the battery life is very poor. I mean, it tends to distort after about a week of playing it constantly. So it doesn't last long. It just takes one 9-volt battery in the back there. I think it's a really, really fantastic guitar. Have a listen to me playing it in this video afterwards. Like I say, I got it for 175 off of eBay. I've seen them for about £100. If you're travelling or if you want a quiet guitar for practicing, absolutely perfect. When I'm teaching, I often use it. I'll have it plugged into my little amp and I can just turn it up and down as I'm playing so that I might not annoy people too much. Yeah, really, really recommend it. It's the Aria Sinsonido, which actually means without sound, and this is the AS100C. The C stands for classical. I hope you've enjoyed that. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.